More than 22,000 people are now confirmed to have been killed in the earthquake which struck Turkey and Syria, though the United Nations is now warning that the full extent of the disaster is still unclear. Rescuers continue to search through the rubble for survivors working round the clock. Indian rescuers are playing a key part in all of this, but the conditions are bad. Freezing weather conditions, it's increasingly looking very, very difficult indeed. Let's go straight across to my colleague Tanushree, who joins us from close to the epicenter of the earthquake in Turkey. Give us a sense, Tanushree, of how it's now a desperate battle against time, because if people are to have survived, they have to be brought out now. They may not survive very much longer.
Absolutely, Vishnu, and that is precisely the rescuers both from Turkey and India are worried about. It's the fifth day since the earthquake has struck southeastern Turkey and the Syrian border, and now the chances are just getting slimmer by the second, by each passing second. Even in fact, we have been talking to the NDRF teams which have come from India, and even they are saying that the first 48 hours to 72 hours are the most crucial hours. If in this kind of a devastation, in a disaster of this magnitude, if anybody, as you rightly said, if anybody had to survive, those people have already been pulled out alive. Now there are very little chances that there is anyone being trapped inside the rubble and is still alive. And police officers and the rescue teams are also telling us that all they expect right now to find the dead bodies. It is very extremely tragic, and even when I say this, it is very sad for us as well, but this is the harsh reality on the ground. I'll quickly show you, Vishnu. This is Nurda. This is one of the worst affected place in Gaziantep province. Gaziantep is the epicenter of the Turkey earthquake, and right behind me you can see the visuals of not just one building, multiple buildings which have collapsed. And eyewitnesses, Vishnu, have told us that these buildings of these multi-storied buildings of 30-35 floors took them less than 2 seconds to collapse. So we can actually imagine the kind of the power of that earthquake, the magnitude of that earthquake. And that was not just one earthquake. One earthquake was closely followed, in fact, by several several aftershocks, and that is what has caused this kind of an unprecedented, unbelievable devastation. We have been going around the city of and province of Gaziantep, and also Kahramanmaraş, which is one of the places which is the worst affected. Also Nurda. We spoke to the Indian ambassador to Turkey, and these are the reports we are going to show you. We are going to show our audience. These are the reports we have filed from ground zero of massive devastation and unbelievable human tragedy from Turkey. We are on the ground in Kahramanmaraş. It is one of the epicenters where a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck, and you can see that the huge machineries which have been brought in, the equipment are trying to basically dig inside the ground and trying to get the most debris out, so that if anybody is inside there, anybody who is stuck beneath the crumbled houses can be pulled out. I will try and speak to, if I can. This woman here is standing and she's crying, and people are absolutely inconsolable because they have lost their homes. You used to live here, ma'am. I'm very sorry. You used to live here. You lived here. Yes. I'm extremely sorry to ask you this. Have you lost someone in your family? Family. Sorry, my family. Your family. Used to live. This happened on Monday. This is one of the images which I would want to show to our viewers. This is a soft toy along with some of the books, torn books which are lying here. And this will tell you the devastation and the human cost of it. Many children have lost their lives. Only in Turkey, more than 18,000 people have already lost their lives. And we have been speaking to eyewitnesses and families, and they are saying that still many people are missing. Many family members are still missing, and they don't want to say it, they do not even want to imagine it, but They think that they have now lost them, as it's the 5th day ever since the tragedy struck Turkey, and all the rescuers can find right now are the dead bodies. And you can see here shoes, books, toys, clothes. If I can just speak to you for 2 seconds, sir. You are from police.
Yes,
Sir, how many people have been rescued alive?
7 or 8 people rescued from the earthquake day, but I think more than 50 people live in that apartment. There are 14 apartments in that building, but as you can see, there is no professional work. We need professional team and professional equipment.
Yes, soon after the news of this tragedy was received in India, our Prime Minister, while conveying his condolences, also announced that all possible assistance will be provided to Turkey in this difficult moment. And in that context, 5 C-17 aircraft have arrived in Turkey from India, and they have brought NDRF search and rescue teams and also a mobile hospital from the Indian Army.
All right, so very much a fight against time now. That situation in Turkey and parts of Syria absolutely desperate. The United Nations warning that the actual death toll, we won't know that for some time. In other news, with crucial elections just months away, the Prime Minister is set to inaugurate a host of key infrastructure projects. Primary among them is the first part of the Delhi-Mumbai expressway that aims to connect 5 states from Gujarat to Maharashtra. Watch our special report that takes a closer look at this grand expressway and its larger political message.
Driving into the future, the much anticipated Delhi-Mumbai expressway and its first leg will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister on Sunday. Well, this is Asia's first expressway to have animal overpasses and the longest expressway of India. This is an engineering marvel and will bring down travel time from Delhi to Mumbai by half, from 24 hours currently to just 12 hours. Two of the Modi government's flagship infrastructure projects are being thrown open to the public just ahead of a hectic election year. The first leg of the nearly 1400-kilometer long Delhi-Mumbai expressway is set to be inaugurated on Sunday by the Prime Minister in Rajasthan, where a crucial state election will take place this year. The expressway connecting the capital to India's financial hub promises to bring down travel time between Delhi and Mumbai by half, to just 12 hours. The first leg of the expressway, 246 kilometers, will bring down the travel time between Delhi and Jaipur from the current 5 hours to a little under 3 hours. 8-lane wide, it will be India's longest expressway, built at a cost of over 1 lakh crore rupees. The ambitious project aims to connect 5 key states of India.
हमारे 246 किलोमीटर का स्ट्रेच तैयार है पूरी तरह से, जिसमें किलोमीटर 180 पे इंटरचेंज बना हुआ है जो जयपुर के लिए जाता है, और दीदी से दूसरा सेक्शन दालसोट सेक्शन हमारा पूरा तैयार है.
It has taken us these many years to build a world-class, state-of-the-art highway. But the fact is that this expressway is going to impact millions of lives. It's also not free from the politics of it. A highway that connects 5 states from Gujarat to Maharashtra is being inaugurated in pole-bound Rajasthan. Well, many might say that this could be the BJP's road to 2024. On the Sona-Dausa highway with camera person Rakesh Singh, Vedant for NDTV.
Well, Prime Minister Modi was in Lucknow and also in Mumbai today, where big-ticket investment and infrastructure projects were showcased. In Lucknow, he inaugurated the UP Investors Summit, the big-ticket investment push by the Yogi government, while in Mumbai, he flagged off 2 semi-high-speed Vande Bharat trains.
देश की 10वीं वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस का शुभारंभ हो चुका है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's big investment and infrastructure push in Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. In Lucknow, the Prime Minister inaugurated the Yogi Adityanath government's big-ticket global investors meet. the first after the BJP's landslide victory in the 2022 state election in Uttar Pradesh. The Adityanath government says it is trying to attract investment worth 10 lakh crore rupees in the state through the summit.
सिर्फ 5-6 साल के भीतर यूपी ने अपनी एक नई पहचान स्थापित कर ली है और डंके की चोट पर कर दी है। अब यूपी को सुशासन से, गुड गवर्नेंस से पहचाना जा रहा है। अब यूपी की पहचान बेहतर कानून व्यवस्था, शांति और स्थिरता के लिए है।
Among those who attended the UP summit, top industrialists Mukesh Ambani, Kumaramangalam Birla and the chairman of Tata Sons N. Chandrasekharan.
लखनऊ पुण्य नगरी है, लक्ष्मण की नगरी है। उत्तर प्रदेश पुण्य भूमि है, प्रभु रामचंद्र जी की भूमि है। गंगा यमुना सरस्वती के संगम की भूमि है। परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, our nation has transformed remarkably since you have become Prime Minister in 2014.
साईनगर, शिरडी.
In Mumbai, the Prime Minister flagged off 2 new Vande Bharat trains months ahead of the crucial BMC polls in the city. Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated an education campus of the Dawoodi Bohra community in Mumbai, a community the BJP has actively wooed in Maharashtra. With Sohit Mishra, Alok Pandey, NDTV.
The Supreme Court, on the basis of a petition which was filed, has asked the government and SEBI how to protect Indian investors in light of the allegations against the Adani Group. The Supreme Court was hearing 2 petitions for an investigation into the Hindenburg report and the impact on Adani Group shares. The Chief Justice-led bench suggested that an expert committee should look into suggestions on strengthening the regulatory framework. And the Supreme Court has told the government and SEBI to come back with a proposal and ideas on Monday. The Supreme Court says there will be no witch hunt, but that they want to protect the interest of investors. The Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot's big-ticket budget ended up in a faux pas. 8 minutes into his budget speech, the Chief Minister stopped and apologised as officials and aides scrambled to inform him that he was reading last year's budget instead of the present one.
1 crore 18 lakh.
A major faux pas for what was designed to be a big-ticket budget. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot mistakenly began reading a page from last year's budget. The opposition created a ruckus and the Chief Minister said he had apologized.
उसमें मान लीजिए कोई पेज आ गया गलती से, वो ठीक कर लिया। जैसे मैं मेरी स्पीच रोकी, मैं सॉरी, वो बात मैंने रिपीट किया, तो फिर ये हंगामा की जरूरत क्या थी?
But the Chief Minister came in for some serious ticking off, especially from another former Chief Minister.
कोई मुख्यमंत्री बिना अपने बजट को पढ़े या देखे उस सुबह एक डॉक्यूमेंट को लेके आता है हाउस के अंदर इतनी केयरलेसनेस के साथ, अगर वो अपने बजट को इतनी केयरलेसनेस के साथ पेश करने के लिए आया है, तो आप ये समझ सकते हो कि अपने प्रदेश को किस तरीके से चला रहा है। और अगर इसी ढंग से चला रहा है तो उस प्रदेश का भट्टा तो बैठना ही है।
Once he got going with the correct budget copy, the Chief Minister didn't stop for 3 hours and 15 minutes, delivering his longest budget speech ever, with a huge thrust on social security. The flagship health insurance scheme has been increased from 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs. Farmers get free electricity up to 2,000 units. Ration kits with pulses and oils are on offer. This is going to take the debt burden on the state government to 5.82 lakh crores. The opposition says Ashok Gehlot's budget is going to further push the Rajasthan government deeper into debt because it's raining social security schemes and SOPs. There's something in it for everyone. There's milk every day for children in midday meals, There is free school uniform for school-going children. There are scooters. There are colleges and ITIs for the youth. There's free travel even for them. For women, there are buses that will take them to industrial units, creches to look after their children, 500 rupees less on gas cylinders for housewives, and free electricity for farmers. In fact, the list is endless. And clearly, Ashok Gehlot has his eyes on election 2023. In Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
The Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has today in Parliament spoken about various aspects of the budget. She was explaining the new tax regime quite closely and explained how there are several benefits as part of the scheme.
I'm paraphrasing, I'm not quoting his exact words, but he said that under the old tax regime, a common man can save up to 4.5 lakh on his income from 9 lakhs. On his income of 9 lakhs, he can save up to 4.5 lakhs. However, he said in the new regime that won't help at all. In reality, sir, it is very difficult, actually strictly speaking, for a common man who earns 9 lakhs to avail 4.5 lakhs in deduction.
Well, in a move that will benefit thousands of Indian nationals who are in the United States on H-1B visas which are given for professionals, the process of renewing these visas will be much simpler, as my colleague Parmeshwar Bawa reports.
In a move that could benefit tens of thousands of Indian tech workers on H-1B and L-1 visas, the United States is planning to resume domestic visa revalidation in certain categories on a pilot basis with the goal of scaling it up in the next few years. Now, applicants will no longer need to leave the United States to get the visa renewal done. This will be done in the United States, in the process reducing the workload of US missions abroad. Now, as you know, during the pandemic, many foreign workers in the US found it very difficult to come back home to get their visas renewed. India has the largest number of H-1B visas, but long wait times for renewals, particularly during the pandemic, meant many were stuck for months abroad and unable to work. The United States is working hard to speed up the process of issuing visas to Indian nationals now. Several visa applications take more than a year presently. But recently, the US has announced plans to open up embassies of neighboring countries to Indian citizens looking to get a visa decision more quickly.
Well, the Indian Space Research Organization has launched its new low-cost rocket. It had several satellites on board, in fact 3 significant ones. This was all launched from Sriharikota near Chennai. They'll provide low-cost access to space. One of the 3 satellites were developed by 750 schoolgirls across the country.
A dream liftoff for these girls at Sriharikota as SSLV D2, India's next generation rocket, put all 3 satellites in the orbit. One of them, Azadi Sat-2, a communication satellite, was built completely by schoolgirls across India, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir.
At the Viewers Gallery at Sriharikota, there was excitement as a large contingent of girls who were part of this Azadi 2-sat mission cheered as the SSLV rocket took off.
Satyavani, a class 11 daughter of a bus driver from rural Tamil Nadu, now wants to pursue space science. Nishit Anjum, daughter of a mechanic in Karnataka too, has set her eyes on space tech.
I like to become a space scientist. This project will help me more for space research. I should also make a satellite and I should also launch it, and it should be a successful.
These girls travelled from across the country to witness the historic launch. Initially, Kavisha's father wouldn't let her come for this.
Sir, what to say? Their mindset can be saved. And my ma'am's also convinced her a lot. Then she say, okay, you can go.
The experience has come as a boost to their confidence.
And if we are given a stage, if we are given a platform, we'll shine definitely. And see, 750 girls are building a satellite. It would be a grand success. I'm sure about that.
SSLV hip hip, hooray!
Space Kids, the group behind this mission, trained 750 girls online even after the SSLV maiden mission failed last year.
Space is the future and we need a lot of girls because girls are very good in multitasking, I would definitely say. And that's the reason we need more girls.
What do boys do now?
Wait and watch!
With low-cost access to space becoming a reality with SSLV D2, India's space program is certainly scaling greater heights. At Sriharikota with Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
And finally, it's great news for NDTV, a top journalism award for NDTV's Saurabh Shukla. Saurabh, a key part of NDTV India, a sister network, has been awarded the IPI India Award 2022. He was awarded for coverage of the Hardwar hate speeches, a huge honor for a fantastic journalist.